afternoon to you all our wonderful viewers. This is Kiddies World with LOLA, a fun, inspiring, and educative children's show, showing here every Saturday on Western Spring Television Channel 190 DTT on Star Times. On today's show, we're going to engage in varieties of segments that will inform you, that will educate you, and entertain all the children viewing us right at this moment. Today, I shall be sharing some holiday tips and bits, things and activities you can engage in during this holiday. By the way, let me ask you, hope you're enjoying your holiday. Oh yes, just like Lola is. Thereafter, we shall be having Papa Johnny. I hope you remember him. He has been once on this show. He told us a wonderful story, and today is going to tell us another exciting story. Be rest assured, children, that today's game segment will be fun. So much fun. So begin to put your knowledge together as regarding holiday trivia questions, all right? Join us every Saturday at 1 p.m. on this television station to enjoy a fresh and exciting episode of this children's show. All right, welcoming you once again, and I want us to go on the short break. When we return, we shall be having the teaching segment. You want to know what I'm teaching about today? It means you should not touch that dial, okay? All right, so we'll be right back, and once I'm back, I will be teaching KWWL.
Kiddies World with Lola.
Kiddies World with Lola. Fun, educative, and inspiring. KWWL.
Kiddies World with Lola.
Kiddies World with Lola. Fun, educative, and inspiring. Oh yes, I welcome you back. In case you're just tuning in, this is Kiddies World with Lola, a fun, inspiring, and educational program for children. Of course, that is, mommies can also learn onto this program. Okay, so now let's talk about holiday. Hope you're enjoying yours like I am enjoying mine. Anyways, holidays can be interesting at first. Once you're done in school, you're looking forward and say, oh yeah, I can't wait. Well, the last day of the exam, once we vacate, I'm going to sleep. I won't wake up until 11 a.m. until 12 noon. Well, the first few days after we start our holiday can be interesting, but then it can become boring after a week or two if you don't have a properly planned activities. Okay, so here are some activities that you can engage in during this school term break. So you don't have to just sit at home, eat, and then when you're not eating, you say, oh, mommy, I'm bored. All right. There are quite a number of things you can engage yourself in to have a memorable school term break. Number one, you can make your own games. Oh, yes. So really, of course, you can make your own games. You can get a supply of colored cards, cardboard, get children's scissors, get some glues, and anything else you may want to make some fun games with. Okay, so there are quite a number of games you can watch on YouTube channels or some children channels, and you can make your own as well. Games like hula hoops, like hoopla, like pin the bottle, and you can even make a game like this aeroplane that flies. Yes, you can make some games like Ludo. You can create your own like ladder and snake. So at the beginning of your ladder, you can have like a prize, maybe a cup of drink, and then at the bottom, when you go down the mouth of the snake, you can just say go and watch the restroom or something. You can make it fun. You can make ladder and snake. By the way, I love that particular one, which you will have to make with just cardboard paper. Get your pencils, put it in a tabular form, draw a snake-like thing on the cardboard, and number it all the way down. Okay, so this can keep you occupied for some time. And let me tell you, you can also engage in some trending game. How many of you know the flip the bottle game that is trending now? I've done that many times, and trust me, my children have had to eat all of the food because I don't get the bottle to stand. So you can also engage in trending games like that. Play with your siblings. You can play with your parents, just with anyone at home. All right, so that is it for games. So just engage in making your own games, with paper, or engaging in any trending game. Okay, so that is number one for you. Then number two, you can also paint. You can paint. Yes. Some of you love to paint. You love to do have some drawings. Now, let me tell you, painting is one of the nicest ways to express your creativity. Yes. You can get large sheets of paper, just get a large one, all right, and lots of paint, different colors. Just go, word about it. Use your hands to paint, use your feet to paint. It's such a liberating activity. And to avoid any form of stress, just prepare the area you want to use. Prepare a particular area of the house you want to use, then cover it. Cover it with papers or newspapers or plastic so that you don't have everywhere messed up. Have some water right at the corner to wash your hands when you are done. Painting is so lovely. You can paint your dad, you can paint your mom, you can paint your siblings, you can paint a very nice object you have in the house. All right? Painting is fun. Number three. All right, and that even reminds me, why don't you just paint Lola? I'm just going to stand like this, and then you're going to paint me all the way. Anyways, don't mind me. Number three, another thing you can engage in during holiday is you can go swimming. Swim like a fish, swim like a fish, swim like a fish. Yes, if you're lucky enough to live close to the sea area, go swimming. When possible, just ensure you have an adult to supervise you. Don't go all alone by yourself because of safety. Okay, now the sea usually have a calming effect on children, and the amount of energy you use, in the water means that when you get home, you'll be so tired and you have a sound sleep. If you've engaged in swimming before, you know that you can't come back from a pool and not want to sleep. It calms your nerves. So if you don't live close to the sea area, go to a swimming pool. Yeah, you don't need to go to a sea to swim. You can just go to a swimming pool and go and swim and relax your muscles. Okay, now number four idea for this holiday that I'm going to be sharing with you is cooking and baking. Who likes to eat here? Ooh, who's a foodie like Lola? Oh yes, I love to cook, I love to eat. Just that I'm not so good at baking, okay? So cooking and baking once in a week. You should plan a baking day with your friends. Just call your friends that you know have not traveled far away. Invite them to come bake with you. Involve your friends in the process. Don't just say you want to cook and then you're the only one untying the seasoning. You're the only one unwrapping the seasoning. You're the one adding the salt. You're the one cutting the vegetables. Let them also do one or two things. So choose from a selection of recipes that you have, okay? And ensure you have the ingredients for those recipes. So don't choose a recipe that you don't have ingredients for. So since you can read, just get to read from some recipe book and follow the instructions step by step so that you can have a desired result. If you don't follow the steps, you're going to be cooking and that would not be good enough. So try to avoid the temptation of doing it without following instruction on the recipe. And lastly, I'm going to share with you what I consider very, very important to do during this holiday. And that is keep a diary. Oh yes, keep a holiday diary. Every day of the holiday should have something that you've done with it. And you don't want to say, oh, what did I even do for the first 1 week? Trust me, your teachers, your friends are going to ask you what you did during the holidays. So keep a diary. If you're engaged in cooking with your friends today, write it down, narrate how it went. If you've gone to swim tomorrow, write it down. Just write down everything you do during the holiday, okay? So that when you get back to school, you have a lot of gist to share with your friends, and your teachers. I hope I've been able to inspire you on some things you can still do in the remaining days of the school holiday. We'll go on a short break right now, and when we return, Papa Johnny, Johnny, do you even know the rhyme? Sing with me, children. Say, Johnny, Johnny. Johnny, Johnny. Are you leaking sugar? Are you telling lie? Okay, open your mouth. Ha, ha. Close your mouth. Oh, yes, it's such a wonderful rhyme. So Papa Johnny will be telling us a wonderful story today. Okay, so we'll go on this short break. Don't touch the dial. It's still Kiddies World with Lola.
This iconic African presents the narrative of a man destined to exert an imperishable global influence in Western education. His was a story of a freeborn, captured and sold into slavery. He was born in Oshogun, a native Yoruba village near Iseyin in Okeogun axis of southwest Nigeria. Samuel Ajayi Crowther was the foundation student of Fora Bay College, Sierra Leone, the foremost university where the pioneer set of native Africans were educated. Samuel Ajayi Crowther's greatest contribution to humanity was his translation of the Holy Bible into the Yoruba language. The man who authored the Yoruba dictionary was also credited with the translation of English classic hymns into Yoruba and the Ekwere languages. Samuel Ajayi Crowther's private residence in Badagry, incidentally the first story building in Nigeria, is an archival museum dedicated to the memory of Africa's first bishop. Western Spring Television identifies Samuel Ajayi Crowther as a watershed character in history.
According to the words of Michael Forbes, one who never asks questions either knows everything and nothing. Watch me as I ask the questions you think no one wants to answer. Even questions it appears no one has got the guts to ask. My name is Femi Adefila and I've got the gut. Let's ask the pertinent questions and watch as we get answers.
Gbadamosi Adegoke Adelabu was a prominent figure in Ibadan politics and Western region before Nigeria's independence. He was a key founder of the National Council of Nigeria and the Cameroons, a political party that held lofty the torch of liberty for the two West African countries. He carved a niche for himself as a wordsmith and a creative speaker. The nickname Kwenkele was a natively corrupted version of peculiar mess, his bombastic English language style often used to score proceedings at the parliament. The author of Africa in Ebullition, a handbook of freedom for Nigerian nationalists, was Nigeria's Federal Minister of Natural Resources and Social Services between 1955 and 1956. He died in an auto crash on the 25th March 1958 at the age of 42. Western Spring Television identifies Adegoke Adelabu as a watershed character in history.
Arrested, affected, sound, found. What do we see? What do we say? Flowing from a spring. A fact A to Z. Check and confirm. Ever expounding current events. Traveling down from the business gist to the globally arising happenings, to the sports news, to the bittersweet infos. Guided transmission, even diffusion, vast and fast. Detailed facts are fled. Within seconds, Nuggets of words that flew across borders are fired. Stories short and long, wrapped in bundles of words, broken and dissected as it is, except misheard. This is the news as it is.
Ahmadu Bello, a Prince Royal, was born 6th of December 1910 at Rabba Village, Sokoto, northwestern Nigeria. His father was a district head and heir apparent to the Sultanate throne from the house of Usmanu Danfodio, a religious and social reformer who brought the Habib dynasty under the Fulani Caliphate in the beginning of the 19th century. Ahmadu Bello raised the bar of political consciousness in participation when, in 1944, he engineered the establishment of the Northern People's Congress (NPC) as the first political party in northern Nigeria and the rallying point for politicians in the region before independence. History will not forget Ahmadu Bello for his charisma and political sagacity, which provided easy passage for his kinsmen to assume political and administrative positions in Nigeria's post-independence era. The distinguished elder statesman and Sardauna of Sokoto has his face on his country's 200 naira currency as a mark of honor to one of the architects of Nigeria's independence. Western Spring Television identifies Ahmadu Bello as a watershed character in history.
Oh, yes, you're welcome back. Thank you, wonderful children. Welcome back. This is Kiddies World with Lola, and I'm sure you enjoyed that teaching segment where I shared with you things that you can do during this holiday. So right about now, yes, I have Papa Johnny in the studio with me. He's sitting right pretty well. I think he looks younger this time around than the last time he was here. How are you today, Papa Johnny?
I'm doing good, Lola.
How are the village people?
They are all doing good.
Okay.
They're fine.
So the children, our fantastic audience, are looking forward to hearing your story. And I hope it's going to be interesting today as well.
Always.
Okay, Papa
Always.
Johnny. Always.
Always.
Let's hear from Papa Johnny.
Yeah. Children, today's story is very interesting. And I want you all to listen carefully. There's one or two things to learn about this particular story I have today. So this story is about friends. Firstly, the name of the first friend is Michael.
Michael, Papa Johnny. Okay,
Yeah.
Michael.
And the second one is Tolu.
Tolu. Okay.
These two, they met in school. Not that they know each other from anywhere.
Okay.
They only met in the school. These two children are so brilliant that nobody in the entire school can stand them when it comes to their academy.
Wow.
They are smart, brave, intelligent. Think about all the good things you can talk about a student. They always come first. Two of them will be on a tie first. Then the next person will be third.
Wow. Interesting.
Time in, time out is for them.
Wow.
Every time, that's their position.
That is Michael and Tolu.
And Tolu. So they started doing this right from their basic one.
That is like primary one.
Yes,
or
primary
grade one.
Grade one.
Okay.
To their basic two, which is the grade two. To their grade three. In the second time of grade three, they enrolled two students into the school. They were twins, Taye and Kehinde.
Wow. Okay.
They came from a local school, that the one we call the government school.
Okay.
And the one they have now is a private school.
Okay.
So they happen to be in the same class with Michael and Tolu. The first time, Michael came first. Tolu came second.
Okay.
The twin, they came 13 and 14.
Ah.
You can see the margin.
Yes.
Very, very wide. Kehinde told Taye, where we are coming from, we came first. Now we are here, 13 and 14. That is pretty far. We have to work hard to make sure we improve in academy. These boys, Taiwo and Kehinde, they work, they study so hard.
Wow.
At the end of the third term, they've shifted their position from 13 and 14 to 9 and 10.
Wow, that's a good improvement.
That's a good improvement.
Johnny.
Yes. Tolu and Michael, on the other hand, Tolu is a good observer.
Okay.
He told Michael, do you see these new students? They are good. I know from the depth of my heart that they are super good.
Good. They're brilliant.
If we don't buckle our shoes, these people will come and they will overtake us. But Michael was so confident. This situation gave Tolu a deep concern when they were all promoted to basic 4. That's the grade 4.
Wow.
At the first time of grade 4, Tolu is already shaking because he look at the margin in which those boys moved from 13 and 14 to 9 and 10. He knew that by the time they settle down fully in the class, they will topple them.
That's right, Johnny.
So at the end of the first time, Michael still remained first, but Tolu has already shifted to third. And the boy that always come third is now second. The Taiwo and Kehinde still remain 9 and 10.
Johnny, this story is getting interesting.
There's a teacher, Mr. Alade. He was observing the rotational of the position between Michael and Tolu. When he observed that shift, he started observing again. At the end of the second term, Taiwo and Kehinde, they are on the 4th and 5th position. I'm telling you, don't be surprised.
Why?
Taiwo and Kehinde are already from 9th and 10th to 4th and 3rd and 5th.
Wow, from 9th and 10th position
to 4th.
Wow, that's a
and
good
5th.
one.
Michael still remains in his first position. The boy
Tolu
is in second position and Tolu become third.
Wow.
At the end of that primary 4, Tolu is in 6th position. Taiwo and Kehinde are in 3rd and 4th. And the other boy still remains second, while Michael still remains first. Then the teacher, Mr. Alade, he observed that things are not going well with Tolu. Why? Because Tolu, in his mind, he has already been defeated.
Oh, so bad.
So, when they were in the teacher organized, the school organized a seminar.
Okay.
And they asked the teacher to speak in that seminar. When the teacher got to the front of the student, he brought out $100 note. When he brought out the note, Show it to them. All of you students, over 30 of them. Who among you wants this note? Raise up your hand.
I'll raise my hand, Pa Johnny.
Everybody in the audience,
Yes.
including the cameraman, they raise up their hand.
Wow.
Everybody want the $100 notes.
Wow. Me
He said,
too.
okay. He squeezed it with his hand. I said, who still want this $100 note?
Me, Papa
Everybody
Johnny.
still raise up their hands. He threw it on the ground. He stepped on it, scratched it on the ground, scratched it on the ground. Who still want this money? Everybody still raised up their hand. He took the money. He circumstances, the $100 still remain $100.
$100. Yes.
He now face Tolu. He now asked Tolu, what is your value? Tolu was shocked. Why do you allow the circumstances or the situation in your class to change who you are? Look at Michael. With all the circumstances around Michael, he still
Remained
firm.
Michael. Maybe he was still reading his book. He
Yes.
was not playing.
They
Maybe
now asked Michael, what is the secret?
because he remained first all through.
Michael said, I wasn't scared inside when I heard about their progress. I buckled my shoe. I read ×2.
Wow.
I said, I make research.
Hmm.
So that gives me a leverage with those boys.
Wow.
I make a secret friendship with them. I go to their house. I study with them. I know their weak points.
Really?
He said, but when Tolu heard about these boys, he was scared.
Maybe even making enemies of them,
He started
fighting them.
having grudges inside him. And he said, who you are inside is what we reveal. It's just a matter of time.
Side. Value.
So my people, what is your own value?
And how well can you keep
How
the value?
can you keep the value?
Hmm.
When circumstances comes around, can you still be
Children.
who you are? Children, no matter what happened, don't let the circumstances of this world or anything around you to change who you are. Be strong for yourself.
Pa Johnny, should I even tell you something? You know, some children, the moment daddy or mommy adds something of luxury or convenience to the house, maybe buys a new TV or buys a new appliance in the house, some children will just leave their reading time. The moment they hear that, daddy has bought something new like this, the time that they usually read and study their book, they will just leave it.
Yes.
They will not read anymore. They will not study anymore. They won't be disciplined. They will just be playing. Now, do you know, Papa Johnny, that this your story has taught me today that our holiday should not even stop or reduce our value.
Value. You should keep reading.
Yes. You can have time to read and still have time to play. You can't just leave all of your 24 hours to eating, sleeping, and playing. That is a value that you must uphold. And many of your children, when you know, we're going to have lots of new intake. We'll be meeting new learners in the school. Don't start to hate them. Don't dislike them for no reason. Look at what Michael did. But I want to ask you, Pa Johnny, did Michael tell Tolu that he was reading with these new boys, Taye and Kendi. I hope he was not selfish
He wasn't
not
selfish.
to have read with the twins and not call his friend along.
No matter how Michael can talk to Tolu, because Tolu, inside of him, the hatred is there already.
And that is not good.
He
As a
was
child.
he was afraid that that condition makes him to eat those new intakes.
Okay, because children, you need to watch your heart. You must ensure that you are not bitter against anybody. You know, when you're upset and you hate anybody, you will not be able to see. I suppose that was what happened to Tolu. And I know you don't want to be like Tolu. I hope you have learned from Pat Johnny's story today. All right, because I have learned so much. I've learned to be myself and to work harder. If I want to stay at the top, I need to work harder. Thank you so much, Pat Johnny. If I should give your story a title today, I would say, I'll call it Keep at It.
Yeah,
That's the
a
title
good
I would
one.
love to give your story.
That's a good one.
What title would you like to give Pat Johnny's story today? You can send it in a chat comment if you're watching this station on YouTube, and you can also send it to us, okay? So thank you so much, Papa Johnny. Thank you for that exciting and interesting story.
You're welcome.
Okay, children, I hope you have also learned. Can we say thank you to Papa Johnny?
Thank you.
All right, then. We will go on the short break, and when we return, it will be time for our games. And today, I'm going to be asking you trivia questions. I hope you're ready to give answers to my question. Don't go anywhere. It's still Kiddies World with Lola. KWWL.
Kiddies World with Lola.
Kiddies World with Lola. Fun, educative, and inspiring.
Kittens went out to play. They went to the park on a lovely day. They played on the swing. Yay, yay, yay. They enjoyed themselves every day. 3 little kittens went out to play. They went to the park on a lovely day. They played on the slide. Yay, yay, yay. They enjoyed themselves every day. 3 little kittens went out to play. They went to the park on a lovely day. They played on the slide. Yay, yay, yay. They enjoyed themselves every day. 3 little kittens went out to play. They went to the park on a lovely day. They played on the slide. Yay, yay, yay. They enjoyed themselves every day. 3 little kittens went out to play. They played on the rocker. Yay, yay, yay. They enjoyed themselves every day. 3 little kittens went out to play. They went to the park on a lovely day. They played